All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021 meeting of the Chappaqua Central School District Board of Education. I would like to call the meeting to order at 9 a.m. May I have a motion to open the public session?
I'll move. Okay, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Holly.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to take a motion on item 2, which is a resolution to adopt the revised Board of Education calendar for the 2020-21 school year. May I have a motion and a second? Okay, I'll move. May I have a second?
Second.
Holly seconds. Any discussion? Has everyone had a chance to look at the dates?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've also consulted with Kaylee, and she responded that the dates were fine with her too. Is that right, Lisa? I just wanted to.
Well, this is the dates for the remainder of this school year, Vicki.
Yeah, this is right. This is
not next school year's calendar.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong document. Okay. Sorry.
This is moving. Yeah, this is moving our last meeting back to that Thursday.
Oh, back to the
before
17th. Oh, yeah.
17th.
Apologize about that. I was looking at our at our next year's calendar also, so I got a little confused.
I did the same
Good.
thing at first,
Thank
Vicki,
you for
too,
pointing-
when I looked at this. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So all in favor of the revised calendar for the remainder of this school year, please say aye.
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 Okay. And now we will move on to item 3. May I have a motion and a second to approve the bid award for the audio video package for graduation, for our 2021 graduation in person.
I'll move.
Holly moves. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, good. Any discussion? Christine, do you want to just make any comments about this?
If we're going to be able to hold the graduation ceremony on the field, it's just going to require different kinds of equipment to support it. And so we wanted to, because we did some changes to our policy, we had a bidded contract out with an organization that provides this level of service to us, but we felt that it was important we rebid this because it was such a significant expense, and this is the bid award based on that process. We thought it would be important that we followed it this year based on all of our discussions around the business office and some of the changes that we made. So this is what the expense is going to be if we're going to hold it on the football field, and so it meets the standards that our parents expect us to in order to support graduation. Hopefully we'll be back under the tent next year.
Yeah, and this has been such a challenging period of time for this senior class because this pandemic started in their junior year. And that was exactly, through the college application process. And they've been really resilient, and they've managed to accomplish so much during this very difficult time. So it's great that we can honor them in this way.
So I know the price this year is less than the price last year. Is this the same? I can't remember. I didn't know. Is this the same company we're using?
Sure. Yes, it's the same company won this public bid as we used last year.
Okay.
And the numbers last year were 144,000.
144K.
And this year we're at 120,800. So it is less.
But we're not doing fireworks, right?
And that 144 number did not include the fireworks.
Oh, it
Right.
didn't.
The
No.
PTA.
Yeah.
No, not here.
Yeah, that was a PTA gift.
Wait, we did a bid for the fireworks, but if we're going to do fireworks, we would be doing that through a donation, but we are ready if we're able to do it. But we would, even though we would award the bid, we would be seeking a donation to support that. So we're not sure if we're going to be doing fireworks. I'll probably have a better idea at the next meeting.
And has the DOH said anything about non-mask?
No, there's no movement on that. It's really unfortunate.
Do we have to wear masks?
Everyone does, including,
I'm
mean-
vaccinated. According to Governor Cuomo, I can stand outside without a mask.
But this is because it's on the school property and they're not
Right.
changing that.
I can send you, we have like rules for how to run graduation. We all have to have masks or we can't run it. And I had to like sign a form that we would all comport with that or we can't have it on our property.
Mhm.
It's really unfortunate. So if people want to go to graduation, they have to wear a mask unless
But
Department of Health releases new rules.
I was going to say there is a possibility because as we've seen how quickly they can change things, that they may change things in the next several weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been challenging for schools because we have to operate under different rules. And
Not only, I'm
the
sorry.
different agencies are not coordinating with each other at all. So we're not alone as a school district, and the mask mandates still apply to us, and it's very hard to explain that to people. It's been a challenge with the facilities, but we found a way to allow people to be on the facilities without masks if they're vaccinated. But this involves students as well, so it's
Can I
different.
make a suggestion out of a place of maybe a little bit of cynicism, which is that we should probably have a couple copies of those regulations at graduation where it's.
Well, I sent them to all of our families.
Okay.
And we've been very clear, but it's really explicit there's a graduation guidance and prom guidance. Everyone needs to wear a mask. There's no it's not clear. It's very, very clear.
Yeah.
It's very clear. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem
Just
at
people-
all with people coming in with a mask on. I mean, it is what it is. Whether or not I think it's necessary, I guess is irrelevant because there's no discretion allowed on our part. It's really.
What can I ask though? What just in terms of what's our plan for enforcement? So people come in with a mask, then they take the mask off. I mean, obviously we're all aware of altercations that take place and we'd like to think that everyone will be understanding that these are not our guidelines, but these are the guidelines that exist and were handed to us. So how are we going to deal with that?
We're gonna have a lot of security there.
What if people don't comply? I think is where
They'll
James
be
went.
asked to leave because we have to follow the regulations. I mean, the Department of Health could come and shut the whole thing down. That's part of like the document that I had to sign, and it's part of the understanding of what needs to take place that day. I don't think our parents are going to be disrespectful of that at all.
No, I don't think so. Are we also
it's gonna
going to
be
have
fine.
extra masks there or things like that
Yeah,
if need be?
We
And,
will.
okay.
But even like after we had the problem at the fields, there was no longer a problem once I sent that message out and the message went out from the rec teams. We didn't have a problem anymore. So in a graduation, it's just a graduate and 2 guests. I don't anticipate we're gonna have a problem.
Right.
We
I
really can't.
I have to say, I still like Hillary's idea because people are so busy sometimes, and they don't always read all the regulations very carefully. Although I'm sure Christine will be crystal clear for the graduating students and their families, but maybe we could have a sign somewhere where everyone comes in. I like the idea of people understanding that these aren't our rules.
Mhm. That's we can certainly do that.
I think
We'll probably
that's a good
do
idea.
some messaging the night before,
Right.
reminding everyone. We'll probably do a phone call right before the ceremony, reminding everyone of what the expectation is. We're not dealing with people we don't know. We're dealing with a graduate and 2 guests. For the most part, it'll be their parents.
Right. And they don't want it disrupted.
No, I mean, it'll be
Right.
like, it would be, this has been such a long year. I just think people are excited that we're able to host this on our property. There's a lot of schools that are going across the river to like a stadium. That's the safest thing for us to do, or to have the car situation where that to me is very different. And it would put less responsibility on us because we would be in an outside location and they would be supporting what we needed to do. We're taking on the responsibility ourselves here to have it on our campus for our kids. So I have to believe that our parents will be respectful of that. This is going to be our property we're on. It's very different than being in a different location holding
Right.
it somewhere. This is our space. So like, I'm the decision maker of who stays and who goes. And I don't have a problem telling people they need to leave because they can't get it themselves together.
I think what
don't
we
think
can
that's gonna be a
do,
problem.
I have a suggestion. I think what we can do is I think we can be very proactive. At the time when we hand out the programs, we say to everyone, please keep your mask on the entire time when you are on our property. That's it. I think everyone just go with that.
The other piece of this is before even graduation starts, everyone has to come and check in.
Right.
We have to check their status. We have to
Right.
screen them. We have to do a temperature screen. So they're going to understand the seriousness of us having the ceremony because there's a whole process that has to occur before we even start graduation. So,
Right.
You know, Christine, I just want to recognize once again the tremendous amount of time and attention that you and the administration have put into this. You know, we're having graduation on our property. It's pretty tremendous, but there's been so much background work, and this is on top of your regular work to run the school, you know, to run the academic and extracurricular and all of the activities that go on. So I just want to recognize that.
I agree. Thank you.
Quite a lot.
Gabe, but I got to tell you, it's worth it. Our first big event is Friday. I'm sure it'll go well. It's the prom under the tent. I believe they're going to start putting that up today. Is that right, Joe? The tent?
Yes, right now the truck should be here. I
I'm
like it.
excited for them. It's very exciting. It's
But,
great.
you know, again, most of our students are vaccinated. They have to wear a mask and they have to have organized dancing. To Warren's point, I mean, come on, but we're going to do it because we have to comply with the rules.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Well, I'm really glad that our students can have these events,
Yeah.
you know, the milestone events. They're so important to everyone, and especially since they've had such a difficult year. So
Are
I'm
most of
very
the-
happy for them.
Are most of the seniors signed up to go to the prom? Or like a reasonable?
we definitely have, I think last I checked, it was about 240 out of 310.
That's a good turnout.
250. You know, I think it'll be, listen, I think given what we're navigating, I think it's going to be well done. But again, I think the frustration that I feel about this is how come everywhere else has a different standard and then we have that when compared to what we have to do, and we have a community that's been completely responsible in being vaccinated. Why am I operating under these different conditions in our events? I just am having a really hard time understanding it. I've expressed it to the Westchester Department of Health, but they can only do so much because it's coming from Albany, and you can't get in touch with anyone up there to give them any kind of feedback about the decisions that they're making. And let me tell you, they don't ask. They just make these decisions. And so we're sitting down here trying to like navigate within them. And it's very challenging and it's unreasonable in a lot of ways, but we need to comply with what we have to comply with in order to hold these events. So we're going to do it.
Okay.
You're really, giving these kids a gift to be able to have it. So, and last year was a whole other picture.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank
Any
you.
other questions?
Okay. All right, so all in favor of this resolution, please say aye.
Hi.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Notice of future meetings. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, June 8th at 7:30 p.m. It will be our end of year meeting where we'll honor our retirees at 7 p.m. under the tent at Greeley, and followed by our meeting at 7:30 at the Horace Greeley High School Auditorium. And the following meeting will be Thursday, June 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the Horace Greeley High School Auditorium. So may I please have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll move to adjourn at 9:18 a.m.
I'll second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Hi.
Aye.
We're adjourned.